Hey guys, and happy Homebrew Wednesday. Drinking on kind of a different type of beer this week. I discovered that if I take my Honey Nut Brown, about a quarter of it, and then take the double IPA and top it up, it actually makes a pretty nice hoppy amber. So tasting really good. Cheers. I'm kind of digging on that. So for this week, I brewed up a beer, finally filled up the conical with a pale ale. So the beer that I'm brewing is based on the Monterey Pale Ale, which was this year's GABF Pale Ale winner. So I heard them talking on the Sunday session, the guys over at the Brewing Network. Cheers. They were talking with the GABF winners, and so I was listening to them talk about their recipe for their pale ale, and I thought, that sounds really nice. Let me go ahead and show you that recipe now. Alright, here we go. My rendition of the Monterey Street clone. Targeting, like a 5.5% beer, and using 67% pale malt, and 17% Vienna, 8.5% torrefied wheat, 4% Carapils, and 3.7% crystal malt, 40 Lovibond. For the hops, very light first wort hop addition, just 10 grams, just under 11 grams for the first wort hopping, so it's going to be very light on the bitterness. Then comes the next one at 10 minutes is Centennial for 69 grams for about another 15 IBUs, and then everything else at flame out. So it's just over half a pound, 160 or 162 grams of hops there of Galaxy and Mosaic at flame out. 1054. I actually came out with 1057 on that one, and yeah. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully, because I did mash at like 67, I did leave quite a bit of dextrins in the wort. So hopefully that finishes a little bit high, so it's not too strong of a beer. I was hoping to get right around a 5.5 on this one as well, but we'll see how that comes out. So there you go. Based on that recipe, it's very similar. Well, it's not very similar. It's but it's got a lot of Galaxy in it, which I really like a lot of Galaxy. I did a Galaxy Smash, and that was really nice, really tropical. Dropkick Nate that I brewed up a while back, that uses it. That's makes a very nice addition with that. And yeah, so Galaxy is a really nice hop, and I like that. So to blend that together with Mosaic, which is also another very good hop to use, even alone, I thought that this was going to be really special. And then again, anything with Centennial, I like it anyway. So I really like that whole 10-minute Centennial edition. And then, the half a pound at flame out, whirlpool for 10 minutes, and then crash it, chill it, put it into the fermenter. So yeah, finally using the conical on that one. And everything's going okay. It's not an ideal solution here in the brewery because it is in my basement, and it gets really kind of cold, and I don't like to keep this room heated all the time. We have a little bit of renovation going in the house. We have 3 bathrooms, and 2 of them are currently being renovated. So our 2 main bathrooms. So the basement bathroom that I normally use for my fermentation chamber, that's occupied. We're using it exclusively these days. So I can't go there. So instead, I'm pretty much heating the brewery and finally getting to use up one of my STC 1000 tools for doing that. So let me go ahead and show you what's going on. Okay, so in terms of heating up the brewing area, all I've do is got my STC 1000 hooked up to this little space heater. And then for the temperature probe, I just got that sort of dangling on the outside of the fermenter. I don't want to tape it to the side just because, I can see the temperature here is 18.9. That's basically just because I've been working here in this space a little bit. I've increased the temperature, but normally it's right around 18 degrees. And I'll keep it there for the first probably first 4 days, first 4 or 5 days, and then I'll crank up the heat in here to be 20 degrees ambient temperature, and then that will of course rise the fermentation temp to about 20 as well. So yeah, good activity going after 24 hours. I'm pretty happy with being able to use this thing for the first time. So that's it. In addition to that for brewing activities, I went ahead and kegged up the pale ale that I brewed with my colleague Eric. One was with US-04, one was with US-05. The one with US-04 still tasting pretty young. You know, it's one of those flavors that you just know those hops and the flavors in the beer just need time to sort of meld together. I'm thinking 4 to 6 weeks, and that will be a fantastic tasting beer. But the US-05 one is ready. I mean, tasting that, you know, it's a nice, smooth hoppiness to it. It's not overly hoppy. It's a pale ale, so it's not supposed to be IPA sort of standard. And yeah, it's very nice on the palate. You know, it's not catty. It's not anything. It's just very mild citrus across the board. And yeah, I think that's going to be a really, really nice one to share with Eric. So in addition to the space heater stuff, I did just buy a heating cable that's capable of going up to 65 degrees maximum. It's got 15 watts per meter. So I'm actually going to probably end up wrapping that around the conical and using that instead of a space heater. That way using it much more efficiently. And then I'll also be using the probe and tying it to the side of the fermenter in order to get better efficiency. I'll wrap all that up probably in some sort of foil, whatever I need to in order to make it even more efficient. And yeah, there's some great projects out on Homebrew Talk that basically show how to do it, and you know, I'll be following something like that. Yeah, there's a couple other things, a couple other ideas I got going on for improvements here during the brew day, but I think I'll save that for another video. Until then, guys, I hope you're having a hell of a week and have a better weekend. Cheers.